What's up, guys? I'm Eli. This is the Jerry and Eli Show, Heavy Hitter Media Network. Hit the like button while you're here if you don't mind. Jerry's asleep, I think. He's doing this new thing. Well, it's not really a new thing. He's doing this thing again where he plays Call of Duty until like 11 a.m., noon, and then goes to sleep and then doesn't wake up. So, yeah, maybe he'll jump on when he wakes up. He's going to wake up probably at some point and be like, oh, shit, and freak out. If that happens before the show's over, he'll probably jump on and say what's up. If not, probably be seeing him Tuesday, hopefully, or Dinger Tuesday. The ball's starting to fly again. I'm not going to take all of the credit for that. I will take some of it. I will take some of the credit. Basically, as soon as I really started throwing a fit, making some videos and all that, ball starts flying. I don't have the actual numbers in front of me, but I think the home runs have jumped like crazy back to around 2 home runs per game. Not quite where we were last year, but it's starting to look a little bit better. Do you want to talk about that Trent bad beat real quick? Yikes. I don't know if you saw this. Trent was on under 7.5 in the Royals Tigers game today. It was 1-0 with like 6 total hits until like the 8th inning. eighth inning, and the Royals score 8 runs to kill the under 7.5. Wild. Bobby, what's up? Izzy, what's up? Brandon, what's up? No Diddy, okay. Wake up, Jerry. Yeah, everybody go tag him on Twitter. Say, wake up, dude. Got stuff to do. Had Bobby Jr. home run, and he tripled. Yikes. Brutal. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. What's up, Dumbo? Bro was always napping, right? Come on, man. Let's just jump into the games. The ball's flying. I'm starting to feel a little better about life. I told the Discord today, heavyhittermedia.net/Discord. It's in the description if you guys want to sign up. You're not already. This is the first day in 3 weeks probably that I've actually woke up and I was like, I'm actually excited to bet on baseball today. The ball's starting to fly. The reads that I've felt all season, like the reads have been right, but ball just not leaving the ballpark or not going as far as it should. Weather warming up. NBA playoffs are getting going, so there's less other things to watch. Maybe that's why the slight change of the base. We'll see. I don't know. Let's talk about Ross Stripling. Don't know how to say his last name. The Oakland A's in Baltimore taking on Corbin Burns, who has looked okay for this Orioles team. Orioles sending down Jackson Holliday today. That's tough. I think maybe everybody kind of assumed it was like a service time thing, not calling him up or not having him on the opening day roster because of how good he looked in spring and all of that. I feel like maybe they were legit and didn't think he was quite ready. Heard some of the noise and needed a bat. Took a shot. It's got to be a hit on his confidence getting sent down after just a couple of weeks, right? So that is tough for the kid. He'll be back. I think he's gonna have an outstanding career. I think he is the real deal. But he was struggling. He sent him back down today. So don't bet Jackson Holliday home run today. I guess maybe he's probably not playing, but he's not playing for the Orioles right now. Nothing for me on this game. I had Ryan O'Hearn written down, and I do this thing where every time I pick either Ryan O'Hearn or Gunnar Henderson, the other guy hits one out. I had O'Hearn written down. I didn't bet either one. Not a terrible matchup. Stripling, don't think is good, but he was only given up 1 home run this season, I think, or 2. Sorry, 2 home runs. Corbin Burns has given up basically a home run per start, but he is going. He's going deep into games. He's pitching. He's finished 6 innings 3 times. Completed 7 as well. So he's going deep into the games. He's seeing batters 3-4 plus times. So you cut him a little slack there, but he has given up a home run in every start except for 1 this season. We're only allowed 2 runs, so nobody on the A's is jumping out at me for sure. Gun to my head, I would probably pick Ryan O'Hearn just because he's hitting the hell out of the baseball. Mountcastle at Fanatics is plus 1,000. Yeah, I think Ryan Mountcastle. When we're certain that the balls are not dead anymore, whatever it is, I think we're going to start seeing Ryan Mountcastle hit the ball out of the ballpark again. tough at home for him and tough against a righty for sure. So it's like a double whammy for him. He kind of only hits lefties historically, and it's really hard for right-handed batters to hit the ball out in Camden. But I think he's going to be one of the main beneficiaries of warmer weather, balls flying, all of that. That's Ryan Mountcastle. So I'm out today. He is very due. Even if it was, July 1st and he's killing the ball, I probably wouldn't be betting him today because it's a righty on the mound and it's in Baltimore. But he's going to come around, I think. Gavin Stone, Chris Bassett. Oh, my Power BI crashed. I need to open that back up. Dodgers, Blue Jays. This game is being played indoors. So weather doesn't really matter. Man, I don't know what to make of this Blue Jays team. Vladimir Guerrero looks terrible, and I actually love that because he gets on my nerves like crazy, and I just don't enjoy him as a player. Can Power BI open? Holy cow, I'm gonna freak out. Let's open this up. Be right with you guys. Sorry. I'm gonna. Ooh, yikes. Let's grab this one. You guys can definitely see what I'm doing and know what I'm talking about. So I have a bet here. It's Max Muncy, the name in which Jerry cannot pronounce. No text from Jerry either. That's tough. It's tough. But yeah, I'm betting Mac. Now I can't say it. What's going on here? Vlad is I mean, Easton, this you can maybe check on this one. Got to be one of the worst starts of his career. Yikes. Shohei odds are bad. We're starting to get Shohei numbers for Shohei, and we're starting to see the Shohei Ohtani that we're used to. Chris Bassett struggles pretty heavy against lefties. So this season, I've got him at a 269 WOBA against righties, 269 hat. Which is very respectable. He is very tough on right-handed batters. 377 against lefties. That is a large discrepancy. That is a large split, and that's kind of the same. You look at last year too for Chris Bassett, has struggled against lefties. So pick a lefty here, and I'm going to say yeah, sure. Muncy, Outman, Freeman, Shohei obviously are the names that jump out. Mookie hits the ball hard. Mookie doesn't care who's pitching. Not gonna tell you that's a bad bet either. Max Muncy is destroying the baseball, and when I look at his history, the last 1, 2, 3, 4 games, April 20th and 21st, 1, 2, 3, 4 balls made contact with. Maybe that's 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4 fly balls. Last game, so they were off yesterday. Last game, 108-mile-per-hour fly ball was a double against Jake Irvin. So he is having no problems lifting the ball. The exit velocity just hasn't quite been there. And coincidentally, the April 24th would have been one of the days that the ball is seeming not to be dead anymore. And he hits a 108-mile-an-hour fly ball that goes 361. Right now. That's borderline. That was a launch angle 23. So you'd like to see it closer to 30. If he can get it back to 30, kind of where it was earlier this week, I think he can absolutely run into one. It's plus 350. It's plus 350 on FanDuel, I believe is the best line. They don't even sponsor us anymore. I said all summer last year that if Pickett didn't sponsor us, I would still be promoting them. Use code Eli if you're not on Pickett. You connect your first sports book. They give you $3. They give me $3. So we both win there. Let me check what Muncy's odds are. I tried to use the FanDuel Pitching Ninja boost on it. I guess you can't. I don't know if there's like a minimum or something. But yeah, Max Muncy is the play for me. But again, pick a lefty here. Pick a lefty here for the Dodgers. And I'm not going to tell you that's a bad bet. Plus 340 looks like it's what it's at now. If you got a boost, that's where I would use it. Where I would use it. Slothfoot, I like how you said lady, we aren't there yet. Like it kind of yeah. So you read that comment from Slothfoot, it's like lady, we're not there yet, but he was just that's just the first part of your name, Lady Smurf 1. You know what I mean? I think he's not being rude there. He's not being rude there. Freddie is due. Let me look at Freddie's numbers here real quick. I guess that was against Gore. Bad contact against Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore can pitch, and he's really tough on lefties. Don't bet on Dew just because it's Dew, right? He has 1 home run this season, which is kind of wild, right? I'm not seeing a ton in these launch numbers that gets me excited. Although I guess you filter it down to righties, and maybe it starts to look a little better. But Freddie Freeman, really good at baseball. Chris Bassett, not good at getting lefties out. So sure, I would be in. Again, Freddie kind of bad right now. It looks a little rough, and you watch the at bats, and it still kind of looks a little rough. At the same time, he's batting 300. And he's batting 356 against righties. That's what Freddie looking rough looks like, right? So I don't know. Shota Imanaga in the Cubs. Cutter Crawford in the Red Sox. This game is in Fenway. Hey, Imanaga is good. And we've got a group chat, Easton, my grandpa of the Yankees, and I was in on Imanaga this year. I was like, he's not Yamamoto, but I think this guy can pitch, and he's going to be much cheaper than Yamamoto. Hey, he looks good for this Cubs team, and that's a big hole this Cubs team needed to fill. Just gave up his first run 2 starts ago, and just gave up his first home run in his last start, right? So he's going deep into ball games. 4 combined hits in his first 2 starts. So he looks good. Red Sox team is in a tough place right now. A lot of injuries. You look at that injury list, and it's really tough, man. That sucks. Whatever. It's the Red Sox. I don't care. But tough for me to bet on this game. Although you do have a lefty on the mound. Most of the righties on that Red Sox lineup, though, or most of the big guys that you want to play on this Red Sox team are left-handed, so it gets a little tough there. Tyler O'Neill may be worth a look. Cutter Crawford, man, Cutter Crawford has been damn. I didn't realize how good Cutter Crawford has been. He's been really good. This would be a no bet for me, probably. I like this pitching matchup. I don't love either one of these offenses. JD Martinez will get to that, making a debut tonight, I believe. Just joined. What are you talking about? We are only bet I've given out so far is I'm on Max Muncy to hit a home run plus 340. I got plus 350 on FanDuel, but it looks like best line is still FanDuel plus 340. The Cubs Red Sox would be a pass for me. Let's talk about Miles Mikolas, Jose Butto in the Mets. I believe JD Martinez making his debut, right? Mikolas had looked okay until that last start where he gave up 3 home runs. That's tough. Jose Butto hasn't given up a home run yet, and the Cardinals stink. None of them can hit. So it's tough for me to get a read on anyone on this Mets team. He was a money printer last year. For a home run or for what? JD, you think did he make any rehab starts? Let me look. Minor League 2024. He's hitting 316 in the minors this year. That's not bad. Or in his rehab starts. Come on. I got my almost 2-year-old saying that. When he gets mad, he's like, come on. Once that lineup gets started, Cardinals should be a good look. We saw them be really bad last year, though, too, for stretches, right? Really bad. Let's see. He went 6 for 19 in how many rehab starts? Ooh, several. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 at bats through 5 rehab starts. 1 double. 2 doubles. I'm gonna watch some JD Martinez at bats today before I actually place a bet on him. But yeah, that's this Mets team needs him. I'll say that. It's pretty much been Starling Marte and the guys offensively for that team. So not a bad look. It's a big jump is what I'll say, and I think it's kind of rare. I don't have any numbers on this, but coming back from an injury and even if you look really, really good in your rehab starts, it's a big jump from AAA to major league pitching. and real, actual live game speed. And you also kind of hear that the double A pitching can be a little bit better because a lot of these triple A guys are guys that got sent down or guys that are kind of fighting for a job, and the double A pitching is kind of the guys with the elite stuff that are probably eventually going to, work their way up, right? So as a whole, at least, and that might be silly, but it's a big jump. I want to see some JD Martinez at bats before I bet on him personally, but that's I'm not going to tell you it's a bad in the bet because I think he's good at baseball. Trevor Williams, Nationals. Jesus Luzardo scratched. It's not Luzardo anymore. He was placed on the IL today, I believe. I do not know who is pitching for him, but it doesn't matter. Trevor Williams not giving up a home run this year. You kidding me? This guy's not good. Somehow allowing a 379 WOBA to lefties. And his worst start, he gave up 2 runs. Is not good. So I'm betting on Jesus Sanchez to hit a home run at a big number. It's like plus 700, I think, on BetMGM. DJanalytics.com/BetMGM. If you're not there, you can get that bet insured as your first bet. If it doesn't win, you'll get that money back in bonus bets. 21 and over only. 100 gambler if you have a gambling problem. But if you watched us all last year, there are Jesus Sanchez is somebody I keep a really close eye on because when he gets locked in and he gets on one of the runs that I think he's on right now, he should be a plus 400 at most guy to hit a home run, right? He shouldn't be quite Shohei Ohtani level, but he should be, I don't know, whatever kind of the average odds are for, I don't know, pick somebody that's usually like plus 400 because he has a lot of pop in his bat. He hits the ball very, very hard. He just kind of goes through phases where he looks like he's not an MLB hitter. And then he goes through phases where he looks like he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And I think he's seeing the ball really, really well right now. Sunday, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet or not. I posted in the Discord, hey, I'm going to try to be first on Jesus Sanchez. This might seem ridiculous because he has 0 extra base hits all year and he goes yard, right? And I bet on his what did I do 2 days ago? I bet him straight and hit. So only 2 times I bet on Jesus Sanchez this year he has hit the ball out of the ballpark, so that's pretty neat. Last 5 days, 101.04 miles per hour exit velocity on fly balls and line drives, and we're up to an 18% line drive percentage. Or 18% fly ball rate for him. I've got him at plus 6.17 miles per hour exit velocity as a whole in the last 5 days versus the whole season, right? So that's something I look at a lot is what is their average exit velocity on the season versus what is it in the last few games, right? Plus 6 miles per hour for Jesus Sanchez right now. He's dialed in. He's hitting the ball hard. April 21st, that was Sunday, 113.6 mile per hour fly ball that went out versus Kyle Hendricks. That was a 4-seamer. Hit Reynaldo Lopez's changeup out. And Reynaldo Lopez has been electric and had not, I think he's given up like 1 home run his last 25 starts or something like that. And that was you saw that in the replies a bunch of times. Jesus Sanchez doesn't give a shit. When he's just dialed in against right-handed pitching, he's an auto bet, especially at plus 700. Are you crazy? So give me all of that. Give me plus 700 for Jesus Sanchez. I am in. I haven't seen a lineup. I don't know if Riley Adams is playing, and it wouldn't really matter unless it was a lefty who was filling in for Luzardo. I'm guessing it's probably a bullpen day. Anybody know in chat or Ethan? Can you check that? But is he right-handed or left-handed? Anthony Maldonado starting for the Marlins. Easton's checking. Got to be a bullpen day. That's tough to fill in when a guy goes on the IL the day he's supposed to start. But yeah, Jesus Sanchez is the bet for me. I do have a 3-leg home run parlay and then another gimmick parlay we'll talk about. Wait, no, we don't. Do we have a Padres lineup yet? I don't think so. But I will have a gimmick lineup. We should have a Padres lineup. Easton, check if Gary is catching or is playing tonight against the Yankees, please. Can you? Dang it, he's not. Wait, Riley isn't starting. Oh yeah, Riley Adams not starting for the Nats. Gary Sanchez is playing. Okay, so we're gonna have a gimmick parlay 2-legger. We'll talk about here in a minute. I need to actually bet that. We do have Padres. He's not. Riley Adams is not starting. Gary Sanchez is starting. This is my understanding of the situation. Give me 1 second. I got to actually make this bet. Logan Allen, Guardians, Chris Sale, and the Braves. I did have a. Where is Jerry? It's a good question, bub. It's a good question. Gary Sanchez, home run. I'm not betting this straight, by the way. You can if you want to. Be right with you. What is the? Oh, Jesus Sanchez down to 650 is the best line. I think we got plus 700 earlier. Oh yeah, you guys now just know what the gimmick parlay is. Best line on MGM for the gimmick parlay of Gary Sanchez and Jesus Sanchez, both to hit a home run tonight, plus 3,000 or something. Just two Sanchez. You know, I'm obviously in on Jesus Sanchez, and then Gary Sanchez I've always thought could hit. And big revenge game for him taking on against the Yankees tonight. So you could definitely see him running into a ball, even though, you know, it's not the best matchup for me. Tends to just crush lefties, but CJ Abrams, I've seen a lot of CJ Abrams love. I am not on him personally, but I think he is much better at baseball than the books think he is. So I'm not going to tell you it's a bad bet. It's tough for me when it's a bullpen. Like it's tough for me betting against bullpen days for whatever reason. I don't know. Because usually when you're analyzing a game, right, you're looking at starting pitching and you can account for 2 to 3 at bats per, so you can you know what you're getting, right? When it's a bullpen day, there's a good chance no batter is going to see a pitcher twice. So it's just much harder for me to dial in on something. So I tend to just stay away from him. Luis Heel going to have like 10 Ks. His stuff is electric, man. Luis Heel, when he's locating that fastball, especially, he is absolutely the real deal. But we're not even talking about the game. You guys are distracting me. I got to post this bet in Discord. All right, we're back. I did just bet Jesus Sanchez, Gary Sanchez, 2-leg parlay on MGM, digitalytics.com/betmgm. Oh, we were talking about Logan Allen, the Guardians, Chris Sale, and the Braves. I had a Riley's gimmick parlay. I was just channeling my inner Jerry. I knew he wasn't going to wake up, apparently, subconsciously. So I had two gimmick parlays ready to play tonight. The Riley's parlay, Riley Green, who did not hit a home run, Austin Riley for the Braves, and Riley Adams for the Nationals, who isn't playing. So that's out. Jose Ramirez lifting the ball a lot more than we're used to, which is interesting. No bet for me here. Travis d'Arnaud is Babe Ruth still, apparently. I don't know. Crushing the baseball. I don't know. Tough here. Duvall hits lefties. Adam Duvall does hit lefties. He does hit lefties. Logan Allen so far kind of a reverse split pitcher, though. Which is really interesting. Usually lefty is a really bad matchup for hitters. He's got a 286 WOBA versus lefties, 351 against righties for Logan Allen there, starting for the Guardians. So I'm not sure what to make of that. If that's just maybe a small sample size thing, I'd have to dig into it a little bit further. But Adam Duvall historically, yeah, pretty much only hits lefties. Ozzie Albies came out of the gate hot, right? Really hot, and has kind of cooled off a little bit. Marcelo Ozuna, I'll say this: if Marcelo Ozuna plays like this all year, he's just going to be 1 DUI away from an MVP. Like that's a reach. Maybe he's not playing that. Maybe he's not putting up those kind of numbers, but he would be 1 DUI away from getting some MVP votes. Marcelo Ozuna is a guy that's not well liked anywhere because he's had some legal troubles and is playing some outstanding baseball. The defense is what it is, but Man, he's hitting the hell out of the ball. 344 on the season. Is that right? Holy cow. Marcell Ozuna, I've got at 344 batting average this year with 9 home runs, right? Look at the other guys with close to that many home runs and look at their batting average. I guarantee you it's not 344. Ozuna is a sicko, but that guy, so far, Matt Olson is due. Whole Braves lineup is due. Yeah, except for Darno. Who, if you'd have told Braves fans that April 26th, the only reason you've won games in the last couple weeks is because Travis Darno put you guys on his back, what are you thinking? How many? You're like, oh wow, we got to have, how many MVP votes on the IL, right? Olsen hasn't been doing much. Acuna not far behind him, although he did get his first home run a few days ago. Let's move on. No bet from there. No bet there for me. Zach Eflin in the Rays. Chris Flexen, who stinks. White Sox. I think the weather is not great in Chicago. But, and also both of these teams kind of stink. Hitting the baseball, at least. I will say that Rays bullpen is really bad, even though it got a little healthier in the last week or so. That Rays bullpen is not good. So Eflin has been really good. He's been really, really good. But once you get Eflin out of there, somebody's gonna maybe run into him. But then you look at this White Sox lineup, you're like, holy cow, nobody really is that good. Luis Roberts still on the IL, right? So let's just move on because I don't want to talk about it anymore. Graham Ashcraft and the Reds. Nathan Eovaldi, Rangers. Marcus Semien. Marcus Semien is somebody that is, for whatever reason, never really on my radar. And then all of a sudden, he has a game where he has like 500 miles per hour, 100 mile an hour exit velocities. So maybe I actually don't know if I've ever bet on Marcus Semien to hit a home run. And then it's like all of a sudden he's got 2 in a game. So it's wild. He's really good. So something that has been jumping out at me, like Ellie De La Cruz steals. I think he's like over a quarter of the way to his season stolen base number total. So once he is on base, he's pretty much just going. I think he's like, when I checked it earlier, it was like plus 170. I didn't bet it, but something like an Ellie to steal a base, and I don't know, one of those high average guys on the Rangers, like Leote hasn't been what he was last year. Maybe it's just Semien 2 hits. Like Semien 2 hits and Ellie De La Cruz to steal a base is probably like really good. Ellie's stolen bases. Easton, can you check that for me? He's got a lot. I know he's cruising to his he might go over his season total for stolen bases by the end of May. It's crazy. 2 RBIs. Spencer Steer to hit 1 out. Yeah. Evo is really good, man. Nathan Eovaldi is really good. Ellie has 15 stolen bases per Easton. Ashcraft has been giving up runs, not a ton of home runs. I don't enjoy betting against Nathan Eovaldi because I think last year, especially early last year, he really turned it around. He struggled his last year or 2 in Boston, but he got to the Rangers and he kind of flipped a switch. So I don't enjoy betting against him because he's really good and he can go 7 innings without giving up more than a couple. Elliot Acuna stolen base feels free every day. It's probably nice. I wouldn't say free, but that's probably a good look, especially Logan Allen's been stingy a little bit from time to time, but yeah, something like Ellie to steal a base at plus 170 paired with something else. I don't know what that might be. Maybe it's Ellie steals, Seager hit, Semien hit. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Let's talk about Luis Gil and the Yankees in Milwaukee taking on Colin Diarrhea and the Brewers. Soto might run into one tonight. He really might. I do not have a straight bet. Again, I did take the gimmick parlay of Jesus Sanchez and Gary Sanchez just because I'm all over Jesus Sanchez tonight straight as well. Gary Sanchez, revenge narrative. They've got to see a lefty here, right? What is who's pitching tomorrow for the Yankees, Easton? We might have to run back. First lefty Gary Sanchez sees against the Yankees. Almost definitely playing that straight. Rodon tomorrow. Gary Sanchez, probably a bet for me. Straight to hit a home run. Not today. But Stanton is not playing. Soto is. It would be Soto for me, although Jose Trevino is really warming up. Trent Grisham doesn't have a hit this year. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. Colin's been giving up hits, not a ton of home runs. What, 2 home runs on the season? And they were both in the same game. He's looked much better than last year, than what I remember him looking like last year. It would be Soto here for me, if anything, because that guy's just that good at baseball. Bailey Ober in the Twins, Patrick Sandoval, Angels. Eddie Julian might be an auto bet against me versus a righty for the time being. Sandoval keeps the ball in the ballpark, and he's left-handed, so it's not today. Angels, just really tough for me to bet on, honestly, because it's basically Mike Trout or bust, and at this point, Mike Trout's odds are getting so bad. It is Judge's birthday. He did have a home run. Was that yesterday, the day before? I think it was the day before. Maybe he's dialing it in. He's going to come alive at some point. I don't get the Judge hate. To me, you're still paying the Aaron Judge price for a guy that doesn't look like Aaron Judge. So I'm kind of out. Trent. Which Trent? Trent Grisham is plus 500? That's crazy. No, I'm out. Taylor Ward is good. Julian. Yeah, no, don't bet Eddie Julian today, because again, it's Patrick is left-handed, and he doesn't allow home runs anyway. But I think Edward Julian is dialed in against right-handed pitching. 7 home runs, and the number is still very large. What did I play Julian at? I think I got Julian for like plus 400 for 4 bases yesterday, or something close. Plus 440 for 4 bases yesterday, and he only has 3 less home runs than Mike Trout. The things you think about, right? Zach Allen, Diamondbacks, Emerson Hancock, Mariners, big ballpark in Seattle. Ketel Marte just kind of keeps hitting. I can never get him right, but he just keeps hitting. I don't know. Lourdes looks really cold. Nothing jumping out for me here, other than if you wanted to pay the price for Cal Raleigh. I don't think that's a terrible look, but Zach Allen is really good, man. Zach Allen is really good. Both of these guys kind of been stingy home run wise, and it'd be tough for me to get on board on any Mariner just because it's Zach Allen, and it's hard for me to. It's been tough for me to bet on Diamondbacks this year. It's been tough for me. So nothing there for me. Aaron Nolan, the Phillies, Joe Musgrove, Padres. This is going to close out my 3-leg $10 to win 2,500 parlay, because I'm betting on Brandon Marsh. Might seem a little interesting. Pick a lefty here. I'm not going to hate it. Joe Musgrove hasn't been bad. He's not been outstanding. He's kind of been very middle of the road. And Brandon Marsh, sneaky, having a solid year. Solid for kind of what he's expected to do in that lineup. Slugging .514 with a .270 batting average, 5 home runs. Against righties, he's still got the 5 home runs. Slugging .607 with a .304 batting average, right? So I tweeted out the other day that Alec Bohm has been the best hitter on this Phillies team, alongside of names like Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto, Nick Castellanos, all these guys, right? And their best hitter, and it really hasn't been close. Like, their best hitter has been Alec Bohm this year. Brandon Marsh is probably been their second best hitter, and I'm now that I think about it, I'm not sure how close that is. I don't know what his RBI numbers or anything like that is, but you look at this guy who's hitting, again, batting .270 with a .514 slugging total, jumps to .304 batting average and a .607 slugging percentage against righties. Again, Joe Musgrove has been all right. He's not been outstanding. He's given up 4 home runs in his last 3 starts. When I look at Brandon Marsh's launch numbers, I mean, just the last game, right? Just the last game, he had 103 mile-an-hour fly ball. That was, I mean, he just barely got under it at a 35 launch angle. And then he had a 105-mile-an-hour line drive for a single. So I think he's really close to dialing it in. And it seems like basically every game this guy plays in, every time this guy sees multiple at-bats against the righty, he's hitting 1 to 2 baseballs at 100 miles an hour or more. So you're giving me, what is that, plus 700 for him? So I bet that straight as well. And this is a ticket that I look at like, man, that number's too big. I feel really good about all three of these guys going yard tonight. And it's $10 to win 2,500. That's pretty crazy. I don't know, throw in an Ellie steal if you want. That'd be cool. I probably should have done that. Yeah, I mean, I do think one of the left-handed Phillies at least hits one out tonight. That's just kind of the vibe I have. I think they're kind of turning it around. Again, on the back mostly of Alec Bohm, and getting some contributions as well from Brandon Marsh. Where's Jerry? I think he's asleep. He's like, what's up, Vinny? Betting 177. Who's betting 177? Oh, Castellanos. Yeah, Castellanos. That's tough, man. That's tough. And you watch, and then you also watch his at bats, and you're like, man, that's really tough. Measure exit velocity on foul balls. I can. I don't really have it set up to where I can tell how fair or how foul it, or like how foul it was. You know what I mean? Because like a 110 mile an hour line drive at a dugout, right, is like, I don't think that matters. But if it is like right at the line, that probably does. But I don't really have that built into where I can measure how far it went foul, right? But I agree that should be something we're probably at least thinking about. But that's a good thought. Machado and Harper both just had new kids. Damian Lillard to the locker room with a knee injury. Still no Giannis, right? Somebody said go Pacers earlier, and I forgot until just now. AC, you checking on that for me? What is it? Pacers up 37-18? 37-18 Pacers? Still no Giannis. Is Giannis just like they're just kind of, if Dame is out, like, is Giannis really that hurt? What are we doing, bud? If he not like if Dame, like, they're about to go down 2-1 probably, unless Chris Middleton just catches absolute fire here, right? What is actually wrong with Giannis? Like, calf strain? I think we got to suit up, bud. As a Pacers fan, I think you got to put the jersey on and run out there. And Jason says he can't run at practice. I don't know, man. That'd be a tough look if I'm a Bucks fan, to be honest with you guys. That'd be tough. And I've been completely unplugged from NBA. That could be a really terrible take by me, and I'm sorry if it is. But Suarez and Rojas home run parlay, D-backs Mariners. Not terrible. Both were on the other team last year. That's some real Jerry level narrative stuff, and that you could absolutely see that happening. Pirates Giants. Quinn Priester, Kyle Harrison. Kyle Harrison's been, not outstanding, but filling a hole that this Giants team kind of needs them to fill. Giants team had a really weird offseason. Like, I still don't understand the Snell move. Totally, but whatever. Connor Joe. I no bets for me this game, so we're clear. Connor Joe could run into one here, is what I'll say. Gun to my head, I think it might be Connor Joe. I also think Brian Reynolds might be heating it back up too. You like to bet Reynolds home run more against right-handed pitching when he can hit from the left side. So I would maybe lean toward his bases or his hit tonight, but I think he's starting to see the ball better. I mean, through this time last year, he was probably the front runner of the MVP and kind of fell off a little bit. He's got more around him, I think, this year, or at least more production around him for the same guys. So I don't know, but if you got to figure if Brian Reynolds can get it going and some of these other guys can pick it up a little bit. Maybe these Pirates can outperform and make a run at the NL Central that is not overly good. JT and Kyle have hit off Musgrove too. Yeah. Careful. Pirates are weird to bet on for me. Yeah, they are for sure. And especially, I mean, any game in San Francisco is weird to bet on for me too. So same injury as KD that finally gets Ravens. Yeah. I don't know. It's tough. It's just tough for me, is all I'll say. Parlay Harper and Machado RBIs. I feel like I haven't heard Machado talked about. What's Machado? What's Manny Machado even been doing? I don't know. He's got 3 home runs, batting 258, 393 slugging. So he's been kind of very slightly below, very average to slightly below average. I don't know. I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. Sorry, Jerry didn't wake up and join us. It's just me. Go Pacers. If they win tonight, I might, depending on what the line is, I might bet them to win the series. Especially if Giannis isn't going to play and Dame's not going to be 100%. Come on, man. Pacers are going to run here. They had the Bucks number all regular season too. I'm going to start watching basketball. I'm going to have it yet. Easton wants to go anyway, so he can watch the rest of the Pacers game. I didn't go eat dinner. Appreciate you guys for watching. heavyhittermedia.net/Discord, $25. Sign up. Get in while the getting's good. That's what I tweeted. I think we're on the cusp of a run here. I truly think that is true. Truly think that is true. That's outstanding wordplay by me. Why is this guy on YouTube, not on ESPN? That's why, because I'm an idiot. Yeah. I think that's it. Be nice to each other. Good luck on all your bets. See you Tuesday at the latest. We might jump on for a Saturday or Sunday show. TBD. We'll see if we get hot. If we get hot tonight, tomorrow. Might have to do something on Sunday. But see you Tuesday. Be nice to each other. Again, good luck on all your bets. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are not already. Just to recap, Easton had his had to play up there, but I'm on Max Muncy, Brandon Marsh, and Jesus Sanchez. All of them straight to hit a home run, and then parlay it all together. Again, if you want to throw in an Ellie De La Cruz steal and round robin that by 3, I don't hate it. Thoughts on Latu? I haven't been super plugged into the draft, but I know the Colts' 2 biggest needs are a pass rusher and a cornerback, and he rushes the passer and apparently is a really high rated one. So sure.